Well, thanks very much, Bill, and let's recognize PwC once more for sponsoring the video. I thought that was a very compelling start. And let me add my own welcome to all of you to this, the 2013th edition of the Catalyst Canada Honours Dinner, and invite you to begin your meal. If we're going to end on time, you're going to have to pick up your fork and get going right now. Catalyst is an organization with which the Bank of Montreal has historic ties, and so for me, it's a personal privilege to be representing BMO as chair of the dinner again this year. On behalf of Catalyst, we're delighted so many CEOs and community leaders have joined us. It's a strong statement about the business case for diversity, and it's fitting recognition as we celebrate tonight's honorees. I look forward to working with each of you in the room tonight to revolutionize the Canadian business landscape. Let me also offer a special welcome to two dignitaries who are with us this evening. The first, the Honourable Teresa Peruzza, who is the Ontario Minister responsible for Women's Issues and Minister of Children and Youth Services. It's a privilege to have you with us, Minister. And the Governor of the Bank of Canada, Mr. Stephen Poloz. Welcome, Governor. You do us a great honour. The Governor pointed out to me that this is not his first Catalyst dinner as the head of the EDC. He's been here in past dinners and had a table and is a great supporter. We're looking forward to have more involvement from the Bank of Canada in the future. And to everyone here this evening, thank you for supporting the work of Catalyst, an organization that's without equal when it comes to truth-telling through rigorous benchmarking. And this, again, is a sellout event. More than 80 companies and organizations represented here tonight. I know you're here because you support the work of Catalyst and because you share our conviction that there's still more to do. For years now, Catalyst has been working to ensure that we're deliberate in our thinking about the advancement of women. 5 decades later, it would be tempting to say we've reached the end of our task, but it's not the case. We still have more work to do. The time for debate over the interpretation of what it means to support women's advancement is long past. Ensuring that performance is the only predictor of success requires action. And tonight we pay tribute to 6 exceptional leaders and influential role models whose commitment to the advancement of women continues to propel their companies forward. This dinner celebration caps a very busy day for our champions, many of whom have been here since 8 o'clock this morning participating in the Catalyst Canada Honours Conference, a great opportunity to explore in depth the pioneering strategies that they have employed to promote the advancement of women, and we're going to hear more from the champions a little later. This evening, we'll also recognize and pay tribute to Purdy Crawford for his groundbreaking commitment to the advancement of women throughout his distinguished career. And Purdy, I know you'll identify closely with what I'm about to say because since the last Catalyst dinner, much has happened in Canada around the issue of gender diversity. The conversation about this important issue has progressed significantly, not only in volume and urgency, but also in the expectation for intentional leadership. The Catalyst Accord is an initiative that encourages corporate Canada to increase the representation of women on their boards of directors. BMO was an early signatory to the Accord, and the board of directors of the bank, led by Rob Pritchard, chairman, and Martha Piper, head of the governance committee, took the Accord a step further and published the board targets. The Accord has been greeted enthusiastically by many, but enthusiastic or not, our record as a business community is still not good enough. Incredibly, nearly half of the FP 500 companies in Canada do not have a single woman on their board. This has now become a matter of interest for the Ontario Securities Commission, and we welcome their involvement. I'd like to acknowledge Laurel Broughton, former Minister of Intergovernmental Affairs, who was also a minister responsible for women's issues in Ontario, who's here with us this evening, played a part in the program today, and has played a key role in laying the foundation. The central tenet of Catalyst Canada and the concept that underlies this evening's honors program is the notion of intentional leadership. It's not enough to be supportive and say you're supportive. Leaders have to get involved, and they have to act. We need more intentional leadership. And the champions we honor tonight know this. Each has been deliberate in her or his actions, and their actions have yielded important results. Such leadership deserves to be recognized, and the Catalyst organization itself benefits from having a number of such powerful leaders in the organization, individuals who see the possibility and have acted. On your behalf, I want to recognize 3 of those leaders right now. The first, Alex Johnston, is the Executive Director of Catalyst Canada. She's had a brilliant first year at the helm of this pioneering organization. I'll introduce Alex more formally when she speaks to us after dinner, but I wanted to single her out now and thank her for the leadership she's showing and for the success of today's conference. The second person I want to recognize is Eileen Lang, the President and CEO of Catalyst Inc., the global parent of Catalyst Canada. We're also going to hear from Eileen as part of our formal program after dinner. She's a perennial favorite at the podium. And finally, I want to warmly recognize Deborah Gillis. If you don't know Deborah, you don't know Catalyst. As Alex Johnston's predecessor in the role of Executive Director for Canada, Deborah was instrumental in this organization's evolution and growth. Most of you will recall that last year, Deborah moved to the global headquarters in New York as Chief Operating Officer. But just last month, it was announced that she'll become the President and CEO of Catalyst Inc. on January 1, succeeding Eileen. I know that we're all supposed to be modest as Canadians, but I can't help saying Deborah will be the first non-American to hold the post. It's a great honor for Catalyst Canada and a testament to what Deborah has built. Deborah, we're all very proud of you, and ladies and gentlemen, let me welcome Deborah Gillis to the podium.